started off naming my facility Rocky Top Boarding and Raining because obviously the event I chose today was raining. So here it just kind of has have a welcome mat for students that were to look at this. So it says, "Welcome, Rocky Top Raining and Boarding is a facility located in Stephenville, Texas, with about 10 acres of land to wander. Our program is dedicated to teaching both students and horses of all ages that are seeking to learn the art of reining." And then below that is kind of what I have to offer at our facility. We have 20 available 12 by 12 stalls with pasture turnout each day for the boarders, and then we have 10 open stalls for training. A full indoor and outdoor arena with lights, a full tack room and washroom available for students, and then 2 round pens. And then below that, I have the pricing. So boarding full care would be $450 monthly, boarding self-care would be $300, training would be $900 monthly, and then lessons would be $40 hourly. And here is just kind of a confirmation overview, just like the ideal confirmation for reining. So built for the job, horses that are slightly cowhocked are seen as desirable, with a slight angle to the legs and hocks tipped inwards allow for clearance when performing sliding stops. Strong and naturally muscular hind end and gaskin, which also helps with sliding stops and spins. It is not ideal to have a long bone length in these types of horses. They should be strong and compact. Short cannon bones contribute to strength and soundness. A short back helps for easier collection when changing leads. A small, clean throat latch that aids in flexing. And high withers make for a natural position to stop, spin, and run with ease, making him lighter in the forehead. And I kind of just included this picture here off the internet. This horse has a lot of the qualities I just listed. You can tell that her feet are a little bit facing outwards for help in that sliding stop. She has a big old gaskin that'll also help with those stops and spins. Just an overall, I think, a really good looking horse. And the horse I chose is Smart Spook, who is a 2001 AQHA Sorrel Stallion. A little background on him: he is a $6.3 million sire with proven performance offspring. This job requires a horse that is willing, has heart, and is a naturally good mover. And then leading up to that, I kind of have a confirmation video, and he kind of talks about the ideal confirmation and kind of what to look for in these performance horses. So we're going to go to that.
Be the same length as its back, and its back should be the same length as its hips, so you could divide the horse into 3 parts horizontally from the profile. So that's the first thing I think I'd look for. Then as you look down the legs, I think you want to be able to drop a straight line from the middle of the shoulder down a line in the back of the front leg that would bisect the leg and descend right behind the heel at the bottom. And likewise, if you go to the back leg, there should be an angle of a V that comes forward from the pelvis or the hip joint, if you will, forward to the stifle, and then back again to the hock. So there's good angulation of the stifle joint, and it's not too what we call posty. And then the cannon bone itself should be pretty much in line with the back of the buttocks of the horse. So there's a line from the buttocks to the hock to the back of the fetlock and back. And then I would always get back away from them again and look at the whole profile and how does this whole horse fit together in the balance of the horse is, to me, most important. And that it looks like whatever breed it's supposed to be. The quality of the horse's movement affects the comfort and what the rider feels mostly in how much concussion is absorbed in the angles of the pastern and the shoulder. It's a much more comfortable ride if the horse is reaching with longer, more sweeping strides, rather than shorter, choppier strides where the toe hits the ground with a lot more concussion. So it's a more comfortable ride if the horse is structurally correct.
Pasterns.
And that's a lot of what I know we talked in class this year is a horse that is structurally correct is going to be easier to ride, it's going to have prettier movement, just overall a better horse. So back to the presentation. So, reining horses require a low temperament for the job they're expected to do. They should not show signs of irritability or appear to be hot like a lot of rodeo or really barrel horses that you've ever seen. Quarter horses in general are typically a docile and trainable breed and are known for their cool disposition, which is why they're actually pretty popular. So why is this important? Riders are judged in the arena in this event on the ability to control the horse and how smooth, clean, and precise they can execute their pattern. If the horse seems irritable, hot, or appears to be uncooperative, it would look really badly on the rider in the show pen and would probably cause major points, if not disqualification, to happen. And then here I kind of have a video, just like a short clip I wanted to view of Smart Spook's run, just how clean and professional it looks and how easy he makes these transitions look when they're really not. At least for someone who's not a professional. So he's going to be making his circles here, and then you'll see him transition into like a slower lope. And it just looks really smooth, really easygoing. Makes it look very easy. And so you see him here start to slow down. The horse looks very pleasant, willing, and he's obviously a good mover. And that was just a little bit of him that I wanted y'all to see. So then moving on to tack and equipment that are required really for reining and showmanship. So a reining saddle is what you would use in this event. These saddles are built to help you rotate your pelvis back easily and to sit those big stops. The low swells, which are, if you can see my mouse, located right here below the horn to keep out of the way of the reining hand. If you would see on the far right hand side, this girl riding right here, just kind of that saddle in action where you keep your hands really low in this event. Just looks better. And if the horn or the swells were high, kind of like a barrel saddle of any sort, it would be easily getting in the way of her hand and just her movements altogether. A low cantle is ideal. Steep ones interfere with the back when stopping. Forward hanging stirrups help keep your feet forward and help stay balanced in those turns and stops. And then moving on to bits. Horses are normally started in a snaffle bit during their 2-year age and are eventually moved to a short shank snaffle after they've learned the fundamentals. And then a coming 3-year-old, he should be introduced to leverage and curb pressure, and short shank bits are ideal. And then once the horse is responding well to those leverage and curb pressures, we are going to move on to responding well to the pull pressure, moving to swivel cheeks with jointed mouthpieces, or to low to medium ports. And then eventually we'll be working our way up towards a tiny twisted wire, higher ports, and more complex mouthpieces. So just building our way up from like the snaffle to something a little bit more heavy in the mouth. And then this was what our training schedule would look like at our facility. For a horse planning on training for competition, that the workload should be seen as moderately heavy and expected to be worked at least an hour more 3 or 4 times a week. I would first make sure the horse is comfortable with ground manners and are responsive to light pressure, and then move on from there. I would definitely ensure the horse is soft, supple, and correct to help build that confidence and balance. And here I kind of set up a chart of what would kind of our schedule would look like throughout the week. So Monday, I would do some arena work with drills for about 2 hours. Tuesday, pattern work with the trainer for an hour. Wednesday, I would give him off. Thursday, collection and lead changes for about an hour. Friday, spins and stops for 2 hours, roughly. And then Saturday, I give him off. And then Sunday, I would do some light work in the round pen for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then more on our training schedule. So Rocky Top Boarding and Reining is pleased to announce monthly clinics held at our facility by Trent Harvey, who in fact has won many titles in the show pen at NRCHA events such as the Derby and Futurity. As our staff is always learning and wanting to keep up with the latest trends, technology, and best training and teaching methods, we send each of our staff to various clinics across the state, such as Todd Martin's Horsemanship Clinic, Ted Eggman's Ranch Riding, just a little bit diversity on the different kinds of riding, so we're not just focused on reining at our facility, and then Ted Robinson's Reining Clinic. And then some of our favorite exercises that we do at our facility. We work with local trainers in the Weatherford and Fort Worth area to help our staff and students be the very best they can be. And then some of our favorite drills, we included some pole work exercises to strengthen your horse and kind of keep them thinking on their feet. Keeping a horse from anticipating running to a stop, which I have a video of what this will look like here.
When I come around the corner and get straight, I want to sit back here and practice, just like I would in a drill, so I simulate exactly what's going to happen. Now, if he takes off right there, I'm going to stop him, I'm going to roll him back, it's easy, and go the other way. And then I'm going to sit back again. If he takes off, I'm going to pull him in the ground again. Go back the other way. Until I can come around the end, sit back, I can kick my legs at him, I can shake my hand at him, and he just stays quiet.
Okay, and that was just kind of emphasizing if like a horse is kind of running up underneath you before that stop, just kind of getting him to stop anticipating that stop so much. And these are drills that we can do to get a horse away from that. And then moving on from that, we have teaching your horse to spin off the correct leg, and then softening drills that we would use. And then for our future plans, mainly it is our goal at Rocky Top Reining and Boarding to give the best possible experience for our students, all while having fun. Our facility in the future plans to grow, hopefully, and expand in time past just the city of Stephenville, which we are located in, and hopefully open up bigger and better facilities all across the United States. And then we hope as well that our clientele begins to grow and more people start talking about us and our social media grows, that our horses are entered in more events. Our name will spread and help us financially towards building our second big facility. And then here am I works cited. And that's it.